Purple Daily is daily Vikings entertainment. We just want the Vikings to win a Super Bowl before we die.
I will ride with this group.
Seriously, man. Please.
And away we go.
I want a mock.
We have a mock draft roundup edition of the Saturday Checkdown Purple Daily episode here. So we're going to get into a small handful of some of the latest mock drafts from the end of the week. Now that we've gone through the first wave of free agency into the second wave, the Rondale Moores, we'll give you a glimpse at what the NFL internet is saying about the Vikings' 24th overall pick here. A reminder, speaking of the draft, the 2025 Purple Daily Draft Party presented by Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is going to be at the Fillmore in Minneapolis on Thursday, April 24th at 7 p.m. It's an annual celebration of your favorite team, of the show, the audience, and obviously we will keep you posted pick by pick as we podcast during the draft. We'll be live on YouTube, but tickets are available. Come hang out and celebrate with us. ScoreNorth.com/draft. That's ScoreNorth.com/draft. There's a limited amount of VIP tickets remaining. There's general admission tickets you can get too. But the VIP tickets are going very fast. It includes a meet and greet with the show, premium balcony seating, drink vouchers, food vouchers, Purple Daily snapback hat, ScoreNorth.com/draft. And we appreciate our partners for helping put this on in 2025. Standard Heating and Air, Roku, Two Men in a Junk Truck, and a bunch of other partners too. So we appreciate all of them. Are you guys ready to comb through some of these mock drafts here?
Yeah. For sure,
if
they have trades.
Yeah, I don't...
if you don't have a lot of trades here, there's going to be some serious criticism from Sports Dad.
Yeah, there's not a lot of... The ones I'm looking at here, there's just... Everyone's kind of just feeling out what the Titans might do, and there's not a whole lot of action yet. But let's start with this one from our guy Nate Tice at Yahoo Sports, and Charles McDonald also.
Okay.
So they've got Cam Ward going number 1. This is their 7.0 iteration of a mock draft.
Not even to April 1st yet.
Or football.
That's some
Crazy.
football right there.
So Cam Ward, number 1 to the Titans. Travis Hunter to the Browns at number 2. Shedeur Sanders, Giants, number 3.
Okay.
All right. Raiders taking Ashton Ginty, running back, Boise State. So he's like pretty much a top 10 pick at this point, right?
Good.
Abdul Carter, the Penn State edge rusher, falling to 7. A guy that's been projected number 1 at times, too. Super interesting.
I think I'm most curious as far as like the reality on Sanders and Carter. Like, I can't get my head around, and there seems to be, especially on Shedeur, there seems to be a ton of like different opinions about how the league perceives those two players.
Yeah.
Especially Sanders.
Omari and Hampton, running back, North Carolina, 20th to the Broncos. So 2 running backs off the board here. Less of a need now that the Vikings have Jordan Mason, but interesting.
Sure.
And that brings us to the 24th overall pick, according to Nate Tice at Yahoo, where the Minnesota Vikings select out of Texas cornerback Jahdae Barron. It's the second time he's been a guy that's been like top 10, top 15 projected, now falling maybe further.
Yep.
The Vikings have done a good job adding talent up front to their defense, but they could still use an upgrade at slot corner. Barron is built to be an NFL slot defender and would form a nice tandem with the recently re-signed Byron Murphy Jr.
So your starters in week 1, Mekhi Blackman, assuming health at the outside, Murphy the outside then,
and Jahdae Barron
inside?
In the slot with
Or,
Isaiah Rodgers
rolling
around.
I was going to say, or is the intention to continue to move Murphy inside at times as well, in which case they don't really, if they think that Rodgers can play and can potentially start, you're not as desperate for a slot corner as you might be perceived to be by the outside world. Just throwing that out there.
No, it's a thought here. Okay, NFL.com.
I want a mock.
I feel like every year NFL.com continues to add mock drafters. Like, there's Zierlein and Daniel Jeremiah and Charles Davis and Bucky Brooks. But now so here's another one. This is the 1.0 from Mike Band.
Who?
Next Gen Stats and Research Analytics. So he's coming from like a next gen stats perspective, I guess. Oh, he has trades.
Mike.
There we go.
Mikey, buddy.
Mikey, my guy.
Buddy. All right, he's got the Titans taking Cam Ward.
Okay.
Browns taking Abdul Carter. Giants taking Shadur Sanders at 3. All right. But then he has a trade as we go down to the number 5 overall pick. He's got the Jets trading up with the Jaguars for Travis Hunter.
Oh, nice get.
Okay.
I love that kid.
Raiders taking Ashton Ginty at 6.
Good.
And then let's keep scrolling here. You see me scrolling. Okay. I'm looking to see because some of these. Remember, Kuiper had Jackson Dart also top 10. So I'm curious to see how much of a trend that becomes.
Yeah.
Nothing here yet as we get into the 20s. Still no second running back. Okay, here's the Vikings on the clock. Oh, wait. We have another trade.
Okay, this is...
Oh.
Now we're cooking.
Oh.
Now we're mocking for real.
The Kansas City Chiefs are now on the clock with the 24th pick. They've jumped up. I don't know if he doesn't have the exact return, but the Vikings jumping back from 24 to what, 30? 30 what, 31?
31, right?
Yeah.
31.
So you'd probably pick up a third. I'd have to go look at what the Chiefs' stash is, but you pick up some nice capital here. And with the 31st overall pick in the 2025 NFL draft, according to the next gen or the NFL next gen stats guy, Mike Band, the Vikings select out of East Carolina cornerback Siobhan Ravel Jr.
Okay.
So here's the write-up. With only 4 picks on Minnesota's draft docket, Kwesi Adofo-Mensah and the Vikings are among the teams most likely to trade down in the first round. Ravel, who is recovering from a September ACL tear, so that's interesting, is a 6'2" corner who offers the length and recovery speed Minnesota typically seeks on the boundary. Should his medicals check out, Ravel has high ROI potential as an anchor in Brian Flores' secondary. For a Vikings team in need of secondary reinforcements, the added picks via trade and Ravel's upside make this a calculated gamble for the quant-focused Adofo-Mensah. I would say it's quantity-focused. I don't know why he shortened that, but
Right. Well, that sounds good, though. I buy this one. I buy this trade for sure. Like, this is the type of trade. The one thing to keep in mind, too, is, and it's just a question that I don't know the answer to, is how much do the Vikings value the 5th-year option? Because if you trade out of the first round entirely and you trade into the second round, you lose that. So I would like to know internally if they see that as a big thing or it's just a small thing to them.
yeah. They also, man, this is an interesting one because after all these picks via NFL's next gen stats, they have the probabilities of first round position drafted. So they have the Vikings 28% to draft a cornerback, 24% to draft an offensive lineman, 17% to draft a safety, and 16% to draft a defensive lineman.
Surprised the defensive lineman is that far down.
Yeah, I don't know how it's probably a combination of positions of need versus available players at each position.
And the two defensive tackles that you signed aren't exactly young. Like, I would actually say from a standpoint of replacing guys, you are more in need now probably of a defensive tackle than like a guard. Unless you love a guard. Because you've, solidified your right guard for sure, your center. Now, your left guard, you could debate a bit, but I would say best case that you're probably counting on with the 2 defensive tackles that you signed, a couple of years? That's not a real long-term thing there.
I think you got to be careful projecting that position beyond next year just because of the ages of those guys. So,
Correct.
yeah, like that, which makes defensive tackle a bigger need. To your point about guard, though.
I want a mock.
Come on, Mikey, read your percentages.
Let's check on Tankathon here. So Tankathon has the updated mock draft. They got Cam Ward number 1, Abdul Carter number 2, Shadur Sanders 3. Kind of chalky here. Travis Hunter 4. They have no trades projected. Ashton Ginty 6 to the Raiders. they have, with the 24th overall pick, the Minnesota Vikings selecting Alabama guard Tyler Booker.
Ooh, interesting.
Big, 6'5" 320 pound. Now the height on that, his RAS score was actually a lot lower than people thought based on kind of where he's been projected in the draft. But
Yep.
yeah, I don't know. I think I'd be a little surprised if they took a guard with the 24th pick. If they traded back, got like an extra third-round pick, okay, maybe you take a guard in that. I don't know if you stick and pick a guard here, though.
Who was the versatile guy that Thor was talking about on Thor's day?
Gray Zabel.
Zabel.
Okay.
He goes 4 picks later here, by the way,
Ooh.
to the Lions.
See, what I would do is I would not certainly shut the door on addressing the O-line still, but I think what I would do is I would take a guy that definitely has the ability to play tackle as well. Like I don't think I would take in 2025 an exclusive guard unless it's just a phenomenal talent.
Yeah, because O'Neal's 30,
Exactly.
you know.
And Darisaw got hurt. So I think that the versatility is key. And yes, you might start at left guard, but I want you to eventually, if I can maximize you as a tackle, to kick you outside.
I like your logic there.
So to speak.
Let me give you one more here from Pro Football Network.
I want a mock.
This is a 3-round mock, so we should get a couple Vikings picks here. Once again, Cam Ward, number 1. That's becoming more consensus now. Cam Ward, number 1 to the Titans.
Yep.
Abdul Carter, Shadur Sanders, Travis Hunter. Like, largely, those are the top 4 picks in some order, minus trades. Ashton Ginty to the Raiders is becoming chalk now, too. I got to think there's going to be some deviation here once you get to the actual draft, but we'll see.
Trades, too.
They've got Jahdae Barron 11th to the Niners. So Jahdae Barron, if he does fall to 24, there are some mocks that have him fringe top 10. Interesting. And let's scroll down here. So with the 24th pick, there's a Jackson Dart sighting at 21 to the Steelers.
Okay, so the Steelers addressed their quarterback that way.
Okay.
Yep. And then with the 24th overall pick, according to ProFootballNetwork.com, the Minnesota Vikings select cornerback South Carolina, Nick Emmanwori, who we've seen him mocked a couple times to the Vikings now.
Yep.
After trading up for Dallas Turner last year, the Vikings don't have their own 2nd, 3rd, or 4th round picks, although they were awarded a comp pick in round 3. If they stay put at 24, they need to make it count. Emmanwori is a versatile defensive back who can play in the box, in the slot, a deep safety. His athletic profile makes him a valuable chess piece for any defense. He's a guy you can put all over the place in Flores' system, according to the draft expert. So it does make some sense.
Mm-hmm. No, that sounds... If they take a corner, I would not be upset at all. Like that, it makes sense. I just don't know. I think if you look at the current depth chart and don't know how the personnel is used, that there might be an expectation that they want Murphy to play the outside, the boundary a lot. And he's pretty good in the slot, but just as far as addressing it, because at the end of the day, Mekhi Blackmon is still a question mark. And it goes beyond the torn ACL. Like, he's played a year. We don't know for sure. So if I was to address positions of need right now, cornerback would still definitely be one.
Yeah.
So makes sense.
And then because this is a 3-round mock here, so we're back on the clock now with the 97th overall pick. The Minnesota Vikings, according to Pro Football Network, select out of LSU edge rusher Braden Swinson. Okay.
I want a mock.
So he was a 5th-year senior at LSU, transferred from Oregon after his first 3 years, played 2 years at LSU, and had like 9 sacks last season. Mm-hmm. I love the overview. Lance Zierlein puts in so much work for NFL.com writing these like football overviews. Late bloomer with big hands, long arms, and a frame to carry more muscle.
Football.
Strengths. Works from punch into extension very quickly.
Love that.
God,
long arms, too. Whoa.
Come on.
Talk
A
to me.
sharp punch and release move to play off edge blocks.
Talk dirty.
Sheds to tackle with active hands and well-timed release. Protection struggled to keep him out of the backfield, Basketball stutter steps can tilt blocker and open an edge.
Stutter steps, huh?
That literally is football porn. That's football porn right there.
Oh, just whisper Lance Zierlein write-ups into my ear. Well, do you want to do a little nighttime white noise or meditation, honey? No, I want you to read Lance Zierlein's write-up on Braden Swinson. He's a third-round
He's got
projected
arms,
pick.
but a quick punch.
So, all right, there's your latest mock draft roundup here.
I want a mock.
Kudos to the dude that did trades. Was it John?
Yeah, John. Mike.
John's my
actually.
guy. John,
Yeah.
you're my guy, Johnny. Johnny boy. Love it.
Purple Daily. Don't forget the draft party tickets on sale at scorenorth.com/draft. We just want the Vikings to win a Super Bowl before we die.